Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 35th episode of the TheCoasterCasters podcast. One of these days, I will forget how many episodes we've had of this darn show. With me tonight, I have, as always, Andy from Theme Parks and Travels.
Hello, how are you, Travis?
I've had a day, um, but we've gotten through it, and now I'm at home, safe and sound, and about to fall asleep in hopefully 2 hours. Um, then we have Will.
Hello, everyone.
And last but not least, Owen.
Just remember, everyone, the truth is not only legendary, but it's also out there.
Shut up.
And it's glorious.
Exactly.
Ooh. The legendary glorious strat that doesn't work.
The gloriously legendary house.
That even never mind.
Hey, we're in tie, guys.
Ooh, that's interesting.
That's a new one. Thank you, Andy, for that message.
Owen, have we ever been in tie for the wrestling podcast?
I don't think so.
I think we have gotten some new languages recently that we haven't had previously, but
Didn't you guys
I don't
have
believe-
Portuguese on Wednesday? Or
Yeah.
we've had Portuguese a lot, so that's not a big deal.
It seems like we get stuck with Portuguese, but there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's fun, like, seeing the podcast in different languages.
Yeah. Usually, if it's in Spanish, I say "Hola, cómo estás," but it's not in Spanish. It's in Thai, so I don't know how to say hello.
Muy bien.
That's way off.
I mean, there is one way you could figure it out,
No,
but I don't think we want to go there.
Banned.
Yeah.
We're not doing that again.
No more.
Never again.
Burn it with fire. So this has been a week of news. More ways than one. So let's get right at it. Andy, what is your news?
Well, at the regional parks, it's really that week before all of the major announcements. There's been some sad news and some good news. Let's get the sad news out of the way first, I guess. So in the past week, there have been, I think, 4 accidents at theme parks. Well, amusement parks. That's at least what they were saying on the news. I definitely know of 3. There was the Schlitterbahn incident on last Sunday. An incident at a carnival in Tennessee. I think on the same day, and yesterday a incident at Idlewood in Pennsylvania. All of these incidents are sad, of course. No one ever likes to hear about an accident on a ride. But I just want to say first, before people go speculating about how the rides are unsafe, we should wait until the investigations are complete, because there's always a chance somebody on the ride made some sort of broke a rule, or there's still definitely a chance of operator issues or mechanical problems. But yeah, you just have to wait and see before you make a judgment. So I just wanted to say that, because I heard a lot of speculation last Sunday before anything had been known about the Schlitterbahn accident on Verrückt, the world's tallest water slide. So it's a raft slide, and you go down the 163 foot, or it's a 160 something foot tall hill, and then you go up another 50-foot hill. And unfortunately, a 10-year-old kid, I think it was, he died of a neck injury on the ride. There's been a lot of little pieces of information that have come out. Somebody said he was decapitated at first. That was what was heard. That's what one of the tweets from a news agency said on the first day. But yeah, it's just terrible to hear about all these things. But again, we don't know too much yet, but they are investigating. The park was closed until Wednesday. The Verrückt is not open at this time. Apparently the kid was going down with 2 women. and there's a chance that they didn't meet the weight limit or something, but we don't know yet. So we'll just have to keep waiting. We'll of course update you as more information comes out.
My thing about this whole thing, yeah, the media outlets were just really weird about this. Usually they're not like, oh, this happened. They're usually like, something happened, we'll keep you updated.
Yeah.
The police for Kansas City said, and I tweeted I quote retweeted the tweet. They tweeted that they were investigating about a decapitation at the park. I'm like, how do you all know this? They don't know what happened yet. And like that's when like I'm all for like, yeah, cops are there to help us and all that stuff. But whenever things like that happen, I lose a lot of respect for them because they shouldn't be willy-nilly tweeting about that stuff, especially the chief of police.
Well, no, but the chief of police didn't send out anything saying he was, decapitated. That was some reporter, I think. The chief of police said there was an incident and that it was under an investigation. That's perfectly fine. Otherwise, you're going to hear. It's important to get the news from a valid source rather than a rumor.
Yeah.
It's better to have good updates. Another accident that occurred that same day was 3 girls fell from a Ferris wheel at a Tennessee carnival in Greenville, Tennessee. Fortunately, all 3 of them are going to be okay, but yeah, I mean, look, carnivals have different safety standards than actual amusement parks. So yeah, but still, it's sad, and I'm glad everybody's okay in the end. And the final incident was yesterday at Idlewild. That's a park. It's a small park not too far from Pittsburgh. A boy fell off the roller coaster at the park. Fell 50 feet from it actually, and luckily he was conscious and okay, which is really good. He was airlifted to a hospital, and he's going to be okay. But yeah, scary incidents. The one we know most about is Schlitterbahn again. And another thing I just had to say, I saw a lot of tweets about how basically the ride had if you've seen a Travel Channel documentary about Verupt, you saw how the original testing, like the original tubes they sent down the slide just flew off. Well, okay, that doesn't mean the ride itself is unsafe. There's a reason there weren't people on those first tubes. They've gone through thousands of hours of testing, and it's supposed to be safe. But then again, there are still chances of accidents. It's unfortunate again, but yeah, it's like when people speculate about things like that, it just doesn't help. All right, now to the more positive news. At Cedar Fair, pretty much all of their parks are going to be announcing things on the 18th. Kings Dominion will be announcing that they had their park GM, do a little teaser video. He talked about a lot of different things, but he mentioned stuff like Pokemon Go, the Hurler renovation. He said GCI only works at Carowinds, which leads us to believe that they're not going to be doing the renovation. So could be in-house like the park stated earlier, and there's still always that small chance of RMC, but I don't see that happening. Or even demolishing the ride, but yeah. You heard him mention red and green in one of the comments about like it was some B&M track at the plant in Ohio was red, and people were speculating that it was going to go to finally be Kings Dominion's coaster on Twitter, and he said red, no, green maybe. So that red and green is Christmas. The Christmas colors, and there was some other stuff he said that made it sound like there will be a Winterfest event at the park. And now the mentioning of Pokemon Go tells me personally, I think that means we'll see a action theater redo, which has been the rumor. That'll be a solid fix up of that. It's like Robinson. I don't even know what it is anymore. It's like Crusoe 3D or something.
What?
Robinson Crusoe 3D or whatever it is.
Is it really?
It's something like that. Yeah. Um, that theater hasn't been good since SpongeBob was there, so it'll be nice to get a renovation. We'll see if it's Mass Effect or Plants vs Zombies or something else, but well, hey, that would be good, but I don't see that. I mean, it's unlikely for that one.
Yeah, it's not happening.
You don't need to discount the greatness that was Days of Thunder.
I never have been on that, so yeah.
I went 20 times in a row. It was glorious.
Nice. Yeah. But other parks announcing are Dorney Park will be announcing something. Maybe a slide. They put a video, like some weird teaser video. I think it had water park. From what I saw earlier today, it was like of the water park. They had some footage in like a kaleidoscope and just said 8/18. So I see maybe a slide or something. Cedar Point teased announced, like, they sent out a sandal, so again probably a water slide thing. That's what I can see coming. Like, I sent out sandals to the local media saying the 18th again. Carowinds, the Higginbottom Hotline has of course been updated again, so that's happening on the 18th. Worlds of Fun, they announced on Twitter a few days ago, the 18th. I don't know. I don't think there were. I don't remember any other parks. I might have missed one, but I don't think so. Valley Fair also. That's it. Yeah, they will announce probably some sort of a flat ride. So yeah, and Worlds of Fun is it was previously put in one of the LA Times articles that it was going to be some of the refurbished flat rides from Europe that like what Carowinds is probably getting. So yeah, that's about it for Cedar Fair.
Kings Islands is the Lost World 3D.
Yeah, it's different at King's Dominion though. It's Robinson Crusoe.
Is it really?
Yeah, I at least that's what I think it was when I last went to the park. You can look at my update from a few months ago. But yeah, Lost World was what it was last year. This week, Six Flags also debuted more VR coasters. So now I think every park in the chain except Mexico City has a VR coaster. So that's cool. They added them at Great Adventure, I might be wrong. This might open in a couple of weeks too. But soon every single Six Flags park will have one. Discovery Kingdom on Kong, Great Adventure on Skull Mountain, and Six Flags Great America on the Demon, and so they're all getting the Rage of the Gargoyles, which is like the first. It's the first gaming VR coaster, and I think it's horror themed too, so that's cool. Yeah, other rides getting it are the New Revolution. Or wait, no, I'm sorry, not the New Revolution. I'm looking at my article and it said currently using the New Revolution VR experience, but it's actually Daredevil Dive at Six Flags Over Georgia, Goliath at La Ronde, and Ninja at Six Flags St. Louis, and the Steamin' Demon at The Great Escape. They will be getting this VR coaster too. So yeah, it's cool to see every Six Flags park with a VR coaster. And finally, Six Flags New England. I think our friends at Coaster Chit Chat were the ones who found the plans for their edition next year, and that's a 4D free fly coaster. Is what it seems to be coming. I'm just making sure it was them. I remember them tweeting it out a couple days ago. So that's a nice new addition for them. They got a nice steady amount of investment. So yeah, that's about it. I don't think there's any more news at this time. So yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. It appears that it was Park Journey who had the plans for the 4D.
Congrats on the Globey.
Who?
Park Journey.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I'm like, I didn't get a Globie. All right. Will, what news do you have this week?
Not much from Six Flags Over Georgia, but recently Six Flags Over Georgia released their show lineup for their 2016 Holiday in the Park. The last episode, I believe I gave you the full lineup of houses and scare zones for Fright Fest 2016. And so the Christmas shows have been officially released. So here they are. Get into the spirit of the season with our 6 charming holiday shows. These festive performances feature the hottest holiday tunes and extravagant light displays that you won't want to miss. Check out our joyous lineup of holiday entertainment. New for this season, new for the Holiday in the Park 2016 Magic of the Season. This new immersive state-of-the-art light show will help spread a little holiday sparkle. Every 15 minutes, we'll share a story of blissful family holiday magic made right here at the park. The holiday merriment will be accompanied by a dazzling light show of color, magic, and wonder. Returning for Holiday in the Park. The rest of the shows I'll read you are returning from last year. This show, because it's Christmas, 2 children make a last-minute wish to bring their family together for Christmas, but it's already Christmas Eve and may be too late. With a little unexpected help from Santa's helpers and an appearance by the big guy himself, their dreams may... very funny. Their dreams may come true. This show will be held inside the famed Crystal Pistol Music Hall at the park. Next show, Carols at the Carousel. Stop by our beautiful candlelight carousel to hum along to your favorite Yuletide songs. Unique harmonizing versions of traditional carol rings magically through the air in the magnificent holiday setting. Main Street Carolers. Underneath the giant canopy of lights, you'll hear the vocals of our live carolers. These winter performers scroll through their gleeful songbooks to perform classic favorites like 12 Days of Christmas and Silent Night. Next show, have yourself a Looney Tunes Christmas. Bugs Bunny and his pals lead kids through a hilarious and jolly dance-along. The interactive dance party features kid-friendly versions of music like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And finally, this is a personal favorite of mine that's held at the park every year for Holiday in the Park because my brother has been in the military for 8 years, actually 9, going on 10 years soon. So this show is the Christmas tree lighting. Each evening, our 25-foot tree in a Main Street Christmas comes to life with a stunning light display. U.S. military personnel, police officers, firefighters, and their loved ones will help light the tree. Thousands of radiant lights and brilliant ornaments are lit up at once to kick off the holiday festivities and celebrate the beauty and magic of this season. Those are the shows. As far as I know, they have not released what will be open, but all the rides, not all of them, will be open, but the sections of Six Flags Over Georgia will be open. Let's see. Come on. Let's see. Nothing else has been released except like some tips and tricks from the park to tell you how to celebrate the holiday traditions. The sections of the park that will be open are Gotham City, the British section, USA section of the park, the Confederate section of the park, And also every year too, they will open a new section of the park. So for this year, I'm thinking they will open the Lick Skillet section of the park, and that will be a Wild West themed Christmas section, which sounds ridiculous. And but it's still beautiful to go to holiday in the park because, of course, the Christmas lights, you got your family, and it's truly beautiful. And I do recommend it for those of you who live in the Atlanta area like I do and have not been to Holiday in the Park. It is truly a beautiful time when you have your loved ones with you, your mom, dad, brother, sister, grandma, grandpa, uncle, aunt. It's truly beautiful, and it really, and this is, one more thing, and then this is it for me. For the Christmas tree lighting in the front of the park, when it said military, U.S. military, that is what the holidays are all about, is to reconnect with your family that's been overseas. So I'm praying and I'm hoping that my brother comes home for the holidays because I miss my brother so bad, and I really hope I get to see him for the holidays. So I kind of got the Six Flags Holiday in the Park news out there in a roundabout way. So yeah, so that's it from me.
Okay. Owen, it's your turn to talk about gloriousness.
Yes, we have a lot of gloriousness to talk about. First off, I want to talk about something that a lot of people really want to happen here, and unfortunately, maybe someday it will. And I think if these rumors that I keep hearing about being true end up actually coming to fruition, I honestly think that this is something we could end up getting in a different light. And that is the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Japan. Universal Japan is actually bringing the Death Eaters to Halloween. Not Halloween Horror Nights, but Halloween in general. This is going to run from September 14th to November 6th. There's going to be a magical trick-or-treat performance during the daylight hours featuring a magical barrel that will overflow with candy.
Oh, God.
I really want to see this. And I'll tell you right now, honestly, if there's a lot of rumors going around about what may or may not happen at Dragon Challenge. And that actually ties into another story that I'll get to momentarily. But if that does end up happening, I can see something like this coming to Hogsmeade.
Yeah.
A Death
I really can.
A Death Eaters ride.
No. Actually, I could probably bring that up information-wise. So, this is information that is not theme park related, but it is theme park related, if you know what I mean. On August 6th, Universal announced that they have an exclusive deal with Warner Brothers Domestic Television Distribution for broadcast and cable rights in the United States to all films in J.K. Rowling's Wizarding World franchise. Beginning on July 1st of 2018, all 8 films will be able to be seen on USA Network and Sci-Fi. They have the rights to air the films across all NBC Universal television networks, and they even have the basic cable rights to Fantastic Beasts and whichever films come in the series. This includes exclusive content and events for the Universal theme parks.
I have an idea for the certain roller coaster that's leaving a big spot of land behind.
They've kind of already hinted at it, but obviously nothing's officially confirmed yet.
I don't want a Fantastic Beast ride.
I think it's very likely.
I don't want it. I want. Well, here's the thing. It's basically what we're gonna get with, or what we actually had with Minions. It was huge in Despicable Me 1, and then it kind of died out in Despicable Me 2, And then they just said, let's make just a Minions movie. And they're like, ooh, yes, let's make a Minions movie. And then you see Minions popping up everywhere. And it's annoying.
Well, my thoughts are
Fantastic Beasts isn't going to launch off the ground as well as they hope.
we take the flying dinosaur ride, retheme it to Fantastic Beasts, and that's your new attraction.
So it's practically like Hulk. They tear it down and they build it back up.
But it's a completely different experience.
I have a better idea, and it would be actually really cool. A wooden coaster.
No.
They were going to do that for Jurassic Park already.
That doesn't work in Florida. I mean, it just costs so much to maintain those, and with the Florida weather.
Do it like they do Storm Chaser.
And also, I don't think Universal is going to build a roller coaster right now. Well, that type of roller coaster, at least.
Build something like Storm Chaser. Make it kind of like Mystic Timbers a little bit, where it like does deep dives and all that stuff. Make that a Forbidden Forest roller coaster.
Now, bringing the Forbidden Forest in and like the Shrieking Shack and everything, I can see that. But I also think they could bring in that Ministry of Magic dark ride that everybody keeps talking about. That could be the location for that.
That's where Bye Bye Bill and Ted is.
No.
No.
They'll
do that. I have a theory now. I've actually thought about this today. Toon Lagoon Theater stays.
Nope.
Whenever they eventually have to go to two parks, Bill and Ted moves over there. Fear factor.
Toon Lagoon Theater is supposed to go away for pets.
Travis, I have an idea that will probably make you happy. Why not?
Pets and Minions with fire?
No. How about this? Why not cancel Fast and Furious and put the Ministry of Magic ride right there?
Exactly.
No.
They should.
There.
Fast and Furious is already coming. There's no reason to believe it's not. So.
Well, yeah, but
just wait.
Well, just because they're doing it doesn't mean they should do it. So. I look. It sounds like it's gonna be. From what I've seen, it's not gonna be a very good ride. It sounds like it's just gonna be another super screen-based ride.
Well, it's gonna be?
I think it's gonna be fine, and it's not gonna be like Hollywood's. What people are like thinking that it's going to be exactly like Hollywood's, but with a different queue. I think they're wrong.
Well, no, it's gonna be like Kong. It's gonna be an extended version of Hollywood's. That doesn't really add that much.
3 screens for Fast and Furious. They have that first screen, they have the second one, and then they have the big 360.
I just think there's more to it than just that.
I think we'll get 5 screens, maybe some live actorness, maybe. Who knows? But I do think we're gonna see that crappy 360.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, no, you are. If you look at the aerial pictures, you can see where they're building the 360 already. Like they somebody, I don't know where, I think somebody DM'd the picture to me, but somebody had a helicopter shot, and you could literally see the base, the foundations of the 360 room.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, for what ride?
Fast and Furious.
Oh, wow. Okay, sorry about that. I was losing my train of thought.
No problem.
So you can already see...
Like, it just, I think it was similar to what Kong looked like.
I think we'll get the 360. I just don't think we'll get that 360. I think we'll get a differently themed 360.
Well, yeah, it'll probably be slightly different and improved. So,
I think you need to have more faith. I think it's going to work out. Travis, I understand where.
But I have faith in Jimmy Fallon more than I have faith in Fast and Furious.
I agree with that completely.
I have more hope for Jimmy Fallon staying in the park longer than Fast and Furious.
I don't know.
That's a good one.
I mean, I'm not particularly excited for either one, so.
I'm super excited for Jimmy Fallon.
Look what they did to Conan O'Brien. Anyone can get dropped at any time.
Yeah, and Ian's right, Jimmy Fallon, and I hope Ian listens to this. Mr. Fallon ain't gonna be popular much longer.
Why not?
Every comedian not like literally dies, but their career falls off the face of the earth. Just look at Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson's not a comedian.
Mel Gibson is a great actor, and most people need to stop thinking about his personal business and watch his body of work. You can't differentiate the person versus their beliefs, then that's a problem. They're not the same thing. So we have more news. Travis wants me to bring up music, so I can bring up music. I got that too.
ConcertCaster.
Velvet Sessions is bringing Blessed Union of Souls August 25th to the Hard Rock Hotel. You know the Steez, how it works out. You basically have the doors open at 6:30, showtime at 8 o'clock, complimentary valet parking is included with your ticket, and you can pay a little bit extra to get early entry at 6 p.m. You have to be 21 or up to be able to attend this. I'd go to this if I was in town, for sure.
Do they have Crystal Pepsi?
They're on Universal property. No, the only place that you cannot get Crystal Pepsi on Universal property.
Or Disney property, so it looks like I'm not going to a theme park anytime soon.
Crystal Pepsi's not in any park right now. There's no park that has Crystal Pepsi.
I know, it's a joke.
Anyway.
They got Surge, though.
Yeah, I have all 3 items in my fridge right now. American Idol winner Lee DeWise is taking the stage at the Hard Rock on August 19th at 7:30 p.m.
Wow.
I'd definitely go to this, for sure.
I'd go to that.
Hulk is finally reopened.
Hulkification, brother.
Hulkification.
Hulkification, brother. Look at my 24-inch pythons, brother.
Brand new RV, got a sleek modern design. I did so many videos on this, it's not even funny. So yeah, it's really awesome to actually see it come to life, and I cannot wait. 32 days, I'll be able to ride it again. And the new onboard ride score was created by Patrick Stump of Fall Out Boy. There's a new storyline in place. There's a lot of really cool things for it. I cannot wait to ride this ride. It looks excellent.
You know what else is excellent?
Bill and Ted.
Yes, it is.
You're correct. We're going to bounce around a little bit, and we're going to shift over to the West Coast. And we have some more information about Knott's Scary Farm.
All right.
My God, Knott's is like knocking it out of the park this year. They are really making it happen every single time and every single year because they have so much incredible original content. So first off, let's start with the fact that the event is going to be running from September 21st till Halloween. And their tickets are phenomenal. Okay, so you can get a Knott's admission for as low as $40. If you get a season pass, it's $85. And if you're a pass holder, you get $10 off. They have the same thing that Hello Scream has, the buffet with the early entry. That's $28. And let's talk about this really awesome thing they have. So they have something called Fright Lane, and they include the Skeleton Key. What this is unlimited priority access to 9 mazes all night long. The Skeleton Key includes one-time access to 4 exclusive Skeleton Key rooms with a commemorative lanyard and a collectible keychain, with purchase, of course. There's 4 new Skeleton Key rooms. One is Visions. Guests must bravely investigate the Green Witch Museum in Ghost Town. Not the building that's haunted, but the mystic items enclosed within. Sounds very familiar. Using a Phantom Finder augmented reality device. Wow, it really does sound familiar. Guests will be able to identify and witness paranormal activity connected to artifacts from the Sarah Marshall witch trial.
Are you sure you're not just reading off of Horror Nights?
Yep. Remember, like I said on my video, which we'll talk about momentarily, and with the original content, that basically this year, especially, 26 is a lot of knots into this event. And this is showing it. Exactly. Zozo, or Zuzu in this case. People from all over the world claim to have been visited by the Ouija spirit Zuzu after a spirit board session. Is a demonic entity known as Zuzu real, or is the spirit board just a myth? There's Slasher. You get to step into a blood-filled 80s slasher horror film. The masked angel maker killer is on the loose. Every lead is run cold, and that's when you step into the picture, where you become his next victim. And finally, Prey, where you can navigate a wicked hay maze packed with dead ends while equipped with only a faulty lantern as your guide. You're not alone, as mutant beasts are released to prey upon wandering visitors. The only way out, facing your worst nightmares. Good God, sounds amazing. They have the returning scare zones, Fiesta de los Muertos, Carnival, and Ghost Town. The shows, this is very interesting because usually Elvira is a part of the show. This is the 4th year she's done a show for Knott's. Travis?
Yeah.
So she did Asylum, and last year, the year before was Big Top, the year before that was Cinema Seance.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it's like a masquerade ball hosted by Elvira. And they only list one show, but obviously no trip to Knott's, just like with us with Bill and Ted. No trip to Knott's would be complete without witnessing the hanging.
Oh my God, I can't wait to see the full show footage of that. I hope it's awesome.
Hanging is always great, and even when Bill and Ted left Hollywood, it was really awesome because they actually utilized that in their hanging show.
Yep.
So yeah, a lot of really cool things. Rides and attractions open: Bigfoot Rapids, Boomerang, Coast Rider, Ghost Rider, Jaguar, Silver Bullet, Sierra Sidewinder, Pony Express, Montezuma's Revenge, La Revolution, Supreme Scream, Timber Mountain Log Ride, Voyage to the Iron Reef, and Accelerator. And they're going to be having roaming hordes this year. Wow, it really sounds familiar now, doesn't it? So they have announced 5 mazes. There's 9 this year. Voodoo Order of the Serpent is back, and Black Magic, Tooth Fairy, and Paranormal Incorporated are back. They're doing a Black Ops instead of Special Ops Patient Zero. They're doing Black Ops Infected now. There's 4 mazes yet to be announced. If I had to guess, I'm going to say Forevermore. I think Dead of Winter returns. I think Gunslinger's Grave, which is one of me and Tyler's favorites. And either the 5th year of Pinocchio Unstrung or potentially a brand new maze we've never seen before. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool things going on at Knott's Scary Farm this year. And like I said, I cannot wait to be able to finally go out there in a couple years. Incidentally, if you were curious about the admission plus the fright lane with the skeleton key rooms, it's about $110 at your lowest price point.
That's a night of Horror Nights.
Oh. Wow. So Knott's is making it happen this year, and kudos to the gang out there really making it work.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to Hallow Scream. Hallow Scream has announced, in Tampa, of course, at Busch Gardens, they've announced a couple new things. Number 1, they announced 2 new houses while we were gone. One is called Motel Hell. Interesting. Nightmares become reality at this deserted motel once you realize why it's conveniently vacant. And the Black Spot, where an infamous pirate has you marked for death, and he has you right where he wants you.
And his boo hole.
A pirate.
Yeah, I know. It's weird, isn't it?
I mean,
I mean, when Scott Swenson went over to Vault of Souls and everything, there was a lot of people that wondered if Hallow Scream lost their creativity. It's definitely not Scott Swenson, but they're still doing some good things. So I think that it's going to be some good stuff this year. The event is going to be running September 23rd through October 30th. So yeah, they're not ending on Halloween like we do. Hallow Scream starts at 7:30 every night. You're going to be able to ride Cobra's Curse, Falcon's Fury, and Cheetah Hunt during the time that you're going to be in there. They're doing 21 nights this year. And there's some really great things going on. There's Fright Feast is back, of course. That includes the showing of Fiends with the buffet and an hour of front-of-the-line access where you basically can get most of the stuff done. That's only $21. So if you go to Hallow Scream, I'd recommend that without a doubt. Frontline Fear, which is $45 for regular, $10 more for extreme. They have VIP packages at $89, $119, and $229. The ultimate VIP includes a private tour guide, priority access to a zombie containment unit 15 moving targets, which is the sequel to ZCU from last year. Half-hour early access, a character meet and greet, preferred parking. You're going to have a Hallow Scream Insider as you tour the guard. There's a private beverage station with beer, soda, and water.
Where's the beer line?
Apparently it's at Hallow Scream. Complimentary photos. You got the admission tickets. You're front of the line to the thrill rides, front of the line to all the 6 houses, and gift and photo discounts. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna guess they haven't announced them yet, but I have a good feeling, a very good feeling, ZCU's coming back because it's in the wording itself. So I think they figured out how to make Zombie Containment Unit 15 work, and I think it'll be back. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. To join Unearth and Circus of Superstition, I think there's going to be some new stuff this year. I think there's going to be some really cool things. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they pull out with Hallow Scream this year. I wonder if Deathwater Bayou comes back. Honestly, I think it might. So.
I'm looking at the lineup right now. The houses, of course, Owen already mentioned. There is one house left to be announced, so that maybe the house Bayou. And also, question for you, Owen, the icon for Hallow Scream.
Yeah.
How come Horror Nights can't have a freaking doll maker? I mean, we had one in Dollhouse of the Damned where she said it must make pretty, but I want a doll maker as an icon.
Well, technically, we had a puppet master in Singapore, so I mean, it's close.
Yeah, but that's not here in the U.S. I want a puppet master icon.
Oh no! We don't need to turn into perjurers, do we, Will?
Oh God.
We don't need to talk.
Yes. Hallow Scream Evil Encore is looking great this year. I really wish I was able to go out.
And also, Owen,
Mr. Carver's Workshop. God, it looks amazing.
Mr. Carver. Owen, you can back me up or you can correct me. Evil Encore, isn't that kind of similar to our continuations from last year?
Somewhat. I mean, basically, it's pretty much Hallow Scream are paying homage to mazes that worked in the past and saying goodbye to mazes that worked in the past, too. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, Circus of Superstition, that's when it's called The Last Laugh.
So, of course, we have to end with, like I said, it's the most wonderful time of year, that means it's Halloween Horror Nights time.
Start singing, Will.
What? I wasn't doing anything.
That's a Christmas song.
Hollywood, of course, announced Freddy vs. Jason finally. It's going to be a lot different from ours. I do like the literal revolving set piece they're going to be using in their maze. I think that was going to be really awesome. There's a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre Blood Brothers, which is taking place 5 years between the first and second movie, which is going to include Chop Top. So it should be really fun there. Obviously, we talked about Myers coming back. That's one thing. And the Purge, park-wide Purge. So the entire park is going to be invaded by the Purge. So, yeah, that's something that I really want to see, honestly. That's the reason I've been wanting it since 2013 in Orlando. I think we'll get the Purge down the line, potentially. If there's another movie, and I think there will be, I think that we'll get the Purge back sometime. It's such a great chaotic scare zone. I really think that we'll get it back eventually. This year was not the right year, without a doubt.
Definitely not the right year.
And I completely understand that, and that's the reason why I'm not taking any offense to the fact that it's not coming this year. So Orlando broke down a couple bits of information, and oh my God, I'm so excited. The original content has been announced 100%. There is so many great things that are coming out of Orlando this year when it comes to original content. Like I said, it is basically, in all intents and purposes, it is basically just, it's like Knots. The original content this year is basically just Knots, and it's super exciting. So we had the blog post that came out, and we got the official announcement of Chance's house being in 3D. It's Lunatic's Playground 3D. You won't stand a chance. It's not been officially confirmed, but it looks like it's going to end up in the tent that's going to be behind Men in Black, the new location this year. We have Ghost Town Curse of Lightning Gulch, which I'm super excited for. I'm excited for all the original content, honestly, but I heard great things about Ghost Town in 2004, and I'm really excited to see what they do this year. And Ghost Town is going to be in Soundstage 24, sharing with The Walking Dead. Looking forward to that. It's going to add to the cluster that is the front of the park this year. And Tomb of the Ancients. That's for you, Travis.
Cool.
Tomb of the Ancients, of course, was revealed via the Universal Orlando Annual Pass Holder mailer for the Annual Pass Holder event nights. And we found out that it was not only going to be a part of the event, but that was the name of a codename Cobweb. This maze looks amazing. Looking forward to this greatly. All the 5 scare zones have been announced. Survive or Die, most likely in New York. Banshee's Lair is going to be in Central Park. Dead Man's Wharf in San Francisco. Vamp 1955 in Hollywood, and A Chance in Hell in Production Central / Plaza of the Stars. A lot of great stuff here. We got craziness going on. It's kind of Survivor Die is kind of like The Purge meets Saws and Steam. Banshee's Lair is your traditional Halloween scare zone with a Celtic theme to it. Dead Man's Wharf looks amazing. It's basically like it's going to be The Fog. I'm super excited about that with a little bit of Poe thrown in. Vamp 1955 is probably your photo op scare zone where you're going to have like parade floats are going to be what they're going to stand on. Going to have 50s music. It's going to fit Mel's Die-In right there. Chance in Hell is basically going to be all the cellmates are going to be trying to get Chance's attention and competing for her adulation. So I think that's going to be awesome. Looks really cool. And the Academy of Villains are taking the stage this year for House of Fear. So there's been a lot of rumors about what was going to end up as the second show this year, but Academy of Villains ended up taking it over. And, you know, I'll give it a shot. I really will. I mean, last year in the bonus days they had for Hollywood's event, they had a really cramped location. And this time, they don't. It is anything but cramped. So, yeah, I'm very excited for this. Looking forward to seeing it. I'll be there for 32 days. And also, especially, more than anything, 25th anniversary of Bill and Ted's Excellent Halloween Adventure. So excited for it. It's going to be an awesome year, without a doubt. I think we see nods to the past, like the Wild West stage will come back. San Dimas High School will see Dr. Evil and Abraham Lincoln and Rufus, and Donald Trump will be there. Pokemon Go will be there. I mean, there's going to be a lot of really awesome things this year, and I'm super excited for it.
I can't wait for you guys to feed the staving ranks.
Oh, dear God, why?
Because
And I'll feed the staving ranks because we got an announcement just dropped on us out of nowhere today, and that is the announcement of the repository. Yes, it is our unofficial 10th house this year. It is an upcharge, a 3D. It's an upcharge paranormal VR experience that is going to include virtual reality as well as live actors and immersive experiences. Anybody that was able and fortunate enough to do Legendary Truth last year will know what I mean when I say that this is worth every dime that you're going to pay for it. Universal working with VR Studios out of Bellevue, Washington, they've created this stuff before, and it's going to be something I'm really looking forward to. If you're an annual pass holder, you can get your ticket starting August 16th, but if you are a member of the general public, August 23rd is the date. More information at 407-224-7840, and it's $49.99 plus tax, about the same price as a lot of the other add-ons, like this character dining experience. I mean, I totally 100% say that this is worth it without knowing anything about it other than what somewhat it is. And if it's anything close to what we got last year, yes, this is going to be worth $50 and then some. So, yeah, not recommended for thrill seekers younger than 13 years old, so. A lot of great things going on in the haunt world right now, in the theme parks, without a doubt.
Is that all your news?
That is Hollywood is left to announce its final house. Obviously, we're announcing our final house soon. Hollywood still has to announce the Terror Tram, and those announcements should be coming within the next week or so. John Murdy went on record saying that the tickets will be going on sale the middle of the month. So Sadly, it sounds like we're going to have our 8th Halloween Horror Nights 26 Popcast and the full reveal Popcast. If I had to guess, the Tuesday of the long pop weekend when it comes to wrestling.
Tuesday?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
More information at Popcast Network and at Sir Owen Disney on Twitter. So.
It's me stabbing myself 37 times in the chest because I'm going to be up so late every single night. Alright, so finally we have Disney news. Woo. Disneyland and... Okay. Half of this is confirmed. Half of this is not. Okay. Just putting that out there. Disneyland's getting rid of Paint the Night, but bringing it back for select nights in Christmas. Disney World's getting rid of Main Street Electrical Parade, starting, I think it was September 5th or something like that, September 9th. Main Street Electrical Parade's going to Disneyland in 2017. Paint the Night going to Disney World? Maybe?
I doubt it. I think it's been somewhat confirmed that it's not. It's staying around for a little bit.
Yeah, it's staying around for until the end of the holidays.
I think it's time to get something new.
What do you think we'll get?
Well, what I want is something that won't happen, so I think that they're going to get something brand new in Disney World.
You want Spectrum Magic back?
I want Spectre Magic back. I've never liked the Main Street Electrical Parade because it's Disneyland. It's not Disney World. It's never fit in Orlando at all. It does not fit.
This song's so annoying.
It actually reminds me of like the score of Depp's Wonka. Because it gets stuck like an earworm in your head, and not a good thing like Boo to You. That can get stuck in your head rather quickly
Boo
too.
To you. Do 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 do. Happy Hollow.
Yes, I bought that CD. I can see it from here actually.
What I've heard is that Paint the Night is probably just going to get a refurb out in California and come back at a later date.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard too.
Yeah, and Florida is going to go without a parade for a while.
Yep, because technically you've got Boo to You and you got Very Merry that are going to get us for the rest of the year. So we don't really
still,
need
that's not
parades.
Christmas. Like not on Christmas week though. You know, during that busy week, I don't think they have the Christmas party that week, do they?
Well, the thing is though, when the Christmas party ends, that becomes your parade.
Oh right. Okay.
So that'll take us into 2017, and then they'll have to make a decision if they want to bring a nighttime parade to the park. I mean, Disney's all about downsizing right now in more ways than one. So I have a feeling that it makes sense for them to get rid of the parade, even though that's a fast pass option they could use. But, I mean, I think that we'll get something down the line, but I don't think it's going to be right away. I think like was said, I think that we're going to go without a parade.
Yep.
You've got the specialty, you got the party parades are going to get us through the rest of the year.
Fantasy in the Sky will be coming back at Disneyland every Friday through Sunday night, starting on September 9th through early November. Then it'll be replaced by the Christmas fireworks. Yeah, it's probably one of the greatest fireworks shows ever. I think. I really, really enjoy watching Fantasy in the Sky. Not as much as Wishes. Wishes is life-changing sometimes.
That's an understatement, more ways than one.
But, yeah. I like Fantasy in the Sky. Fantasy in the Sky is good. Other Disneyland news, we have World of Color, the original version, coming back September 6th of this year. Which that's good. Hopefully I don't get to see the Olaf version when I go for Christmas. If I see the Olaf version, I'm going to get so mad. So mad. Um, riders on California Screamin' were stuck for 45 minutes because a purse flew out of someone's hands, became wedged under the coaster in the wheels.
Oh, jeez.
How does that happen?
Did they not say you have to put your bags in a locker?
Disney just lets you bring whatever you want on the rides.
Yeah.
I think it's better. I mean, I find the lockers to be annoying. Parks should really just use the cubby system, in my opinion.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean that's how Disney operates with nothing, which I still find better than the lockers. It's yeah.
Just wow.
Yeah, you
Became
gotta
wedged under the coaster in the wheels.
hold on to your belongings, you know. Like every time I go on Everest, with a camera bag, I'm scared it'll fly off. Or Space Mountain too. Space Mountain is like, the car is a bit different, so I feel like it's more likely to fly off.
Yeah. And finally, something that Owen actually brought to my attention less than an hour ago.
Rumor.
Rumor. I need like a rumor button that's like a woo 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 rumor. This is a rumor. Do not blow this out of proportion, you weirdos. It was quote unquote announced that on September 14th, Sum of All Thrills and that's spelled wrong. Stormstruck exhibits and side interventions will close. Intervention West was closed last year, and some of the space is utilized for Baymax and Joy and Sadness and Colortopia. What could go in there? I know exactly what I want in there.
Remember all those plans that you had for like Wonders of Life and the Imagination Pavilion?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's all the Disney news.
We have the pins were released for Mickey's Not So Scary.
Oh, and the Magic Band that was just released.
Yep.
Yeah.
The merch this year looks sweet.
It looks too sweet.
I'm totally going to buy this stuff.
Just too sweet.
So we have the new logo pin. There is a now pin for the Hocus Pocus Spelltacular.
Confirming that it's coming back.
Oh, it's already been confirmed.
Seriously?
Yeah. The pass holder pin this year is Oogie Boogie,
Mr. Oogie Boogie.
which I wish I could have. There's a mystery pin set. There's a box pin set, including Cruella de Vil, the Queen of Hearts, Gaston, the Evil Queen, and Maleficent. And the merch this year, my God, the pins are awesome. There's a new Spelltacular shirt. There's a lot of really cool things this year that they're doing. You can get your pins at Big Top Souvenirs, Mickey Star Traders, and the Emporium. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool things that I'm looking forward to. And I'll tell you something, I don't know if I mentioned this before, Travis, but if you are going to the Halloween party, this even works the Christmas party. If you're going to one of the parties and you don't get your merch, you don't get a shirt because they're out that night, you can bring your party ticket as a day guest and bring it to the Emporium, and they will sell you merchandise if you can prove that you went to that party. Because I had that happen 2 years ago.
Is that for both parks? For Disneyland and Disney World?
I can't really say anything about Disneyland because I didn't get to do Mickey's Halloween Party because it wasn't running until later in the month.
Okay.
I was only out there in the beginning of December, so I wasn't able to be there for the start of the actual party.
I'll have to see if my sister will go and find out for that.
I wouldn't see a reason why not. Usually CMs will work with you as long. I mean, I brought it up before, and I was like, does everybody know about that? And they're like, no, not really. I was like, well, I'm going to spread the word because I'm on YouTube. So
That's really good. And I heard that you can order them online and
you're
get your house.
you're correct, except for the stuff that sells out.
Yeah, but the shirt you can
Oh
get.
yeah, the shirt will be available. The biggest problem that you ever run into, honestly, is actually the pins.
Yeah,
And it's not the Halloween party that's the problem; it's the Christmas party.
yeah.
The Christmas party pins like run out and then they're gone, and then you can't
Except
get them.
last year.
Oh, that was bad. I like when they did the Frozen pin. I really wanted it, and obviously it was very limited. By the time I got to the party, it was gone. But I mean, the only thing I really care about when it comes to I have to have a pin, I have to have a shirt, and I have to have the Sorcerer's card.
Yeah.
So I have to make sure I get the Sorcerer's card. That's the only thing that I worry about every year.
Yeah. And I have one more news that I just found out via Snapchat. Look at that new form.
Wait a minute. Oh, you said Snapchat, and you said it
No,
was
not
news.
that Snapchat. I don't follow them on Snapchat.
You should.
I don't know what their handles are. You have to tell me later.
HHN Orlando Horror Nights.
Okay. Dopey's back.
Yeah, I saw that the Seaboat's back too.
Yep.
Saw that on Twitter a little bit ago.
Yep. So, what do you guys think of that fall? I don't want to laugh.
Oh, and I don't either, but I know how that feels.
Like, it's wrong to laugh, but it's kind of funny.
No. You can laugh as long as everyone's okay.
He took a fall. He took that fall better than a jobber wrestler.
Jeez.
He took a nasty bump, and I don't think he knows how to fall. So
I'm just glad that he landed on Goofy rather than fell in the water, because that could have been worse. I mean, if Dopey had fallen in the water, I don't know, the suit could have been a hazard, maybe, and other things could have happened.
well, he easily could have drowned, obviously,
Yeah.
because he's top heavy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Luckily, that didn't happen. But like I said, now hindsight being 2020, given the fact that we know that everybody's okay, you can laugh at it.
Yeah. I mean, it was just a strange incident, right? So.
Many people.
One more thing. I watched this today before I came downstairs to do the podcast. Congratulations to the newest princess in Magic Kingdom. What the heck? That's funny. Princess Elena of Avalor is now, I guess, a meet and greet
Right.
in Princess Fairy Tale Hall.
Well, they got to do something with that area.
I would think now that Anna and Elsa is gone, you put Rapunzel and Tiana together and Cinderella and Elena. Speaking of Tiana, there's some funny stuff that happened between me and Tiana at Disney World. We'll get to that on a different day.
Wait, between you and Anna?
Between me and Princess Tiana.
Oh, did you get her number?
No. I'll tell you after the podcast. Speaking of after the podcast, I believe that's the end of the podcast. Does anyone have any more news?
No.
Andy, do you have anything else?
Nope.
Owen?
We're waiting with bated breath for our final house announcement right now.
Yeah.
Oh, this week's going to be huge for announcements. I mean, I bet there's some Halloween announcements, but there's going to be all of the 2017 announcements are just going to come out in the next week or two. So
Yeah. Which really sucks because
Yeah.
Friday. Oh my God. This week. Jesus.
You're not. Luckily, this only happens twice a year.
Twice a year. Oh my God. Well, I guess that's our show. I have no other news or the wacky, wacky world of roller coasters. Andy, where can we find you at?
you can find me at themeparksandtravels.com. You can like our Facebook page at facebook.com/themeparksandtravels. Follow us on Twitter at TPTravels. And follow us on Instagram at themeparksandtravels. And you can subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/themeparksandtravels. I actually posted a video on there today, so that
I actually watched it.
yeah. Some footage of the World of Color Celebrate show. Figured I'd put that out before it goes,
Yeah.
Yeah. I had it on my computer and I'd been meaning to edit it for a while. So
Will.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HHNDawg, DAWG. Check out my YouTube channel also at HHNDawg for videos like Halloween Horror Nights, and more videos coming soon. Hope to goodness gracious above I have more Six Flags Over Georgia news next week, but if I don't, then I'll probably be silent next Friday. So, alright guys, had a great time tonight, and I will see you guys in the next podcast.
I thought you were going to say something else. I'm like, that was other gimmick, Will.
Oh, I will see you boys and girls in the doghouse.
There we go. Owen.
Follow me. Excuse me. You can follow.
Whoa, wow.
I don't know how that even worked. I don't know. You can follow me on Twitter at Soro and Disney. Follow the network on Twitter at Popcast Network. We have a Zazzle store for merch at Popcast Network. Facebook fan page at Popcast Network. And tomorrow night, 9 p.m., the elite of the Popcast Network come to you one more time to talk Halloween Horror Nights 26. We're talking originals, and we're also talking about the repository. Everything we'll be talking about this week. We're also going to have some special guests. You're going to have to tune in to find out who they are. I can assure you you're going to be very pleased with who we have. And we have a very awesome...
Not John Cena.
Oh, God. We have a very awesome live chat every single time we do a podcast, so check that out. If you need to catch up before then, we are available on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play under Popcast Network. And on top of that, you can check out all the podcasts here on my channel, which is Suro and Disney on YouTube. So once again, thanks everyone for joining us tonight. And if you're a wrestling fan, the Popcast Network is where you need to be for the next week because we got a lot of wrestling content coming your way.
Yes, we do. You can follow me on Twitter at Travis Coaster, and it's the same on Instagram, Periscope, and Snapchat. You can follow the podcast on Twitter. I'm actually going to start using it now because I have multiple computers that I can use and all that stuff. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at CoasterCasters and on Facebook at the CoasterCasters Podcast. Yeah, that's basically it. We don't have a website anymore. I found that out the hard way like a week ago. So there's no more website, thank God, because I didn't put anything up on there since Valraven. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Be on the lookout for a lot more content coming very, very soon. I don't know what it is yet. Actually, I do know what it is yet. I'm just not telling you all what it is. But But I will tell you that either tonight or tomorrow you will be getting a new vlog from Disneyland or Disney World, not Disneyland. Actually, it will be from Universal, and you will see Kong. Yes, you will see Kong. So thank you all for watching, and we will see you all next time.